Hi there, it's Lisa here on Pentecost Sunday, our Mass during the day, and our first reading is the very impressive story of what happened during the Acts of the Apostles when Peter came to speak. The Holy Spirit had come upon the apostles and all of those in the upper room, the women and other disciples as well, and tongues of fire on everyone. It's like the Holy Spirit just got them all, right? And and now they go out and it's speaking to all these different people from all these different countries and areas, and they all understand, right? And so this is an amazing reading. I always kind of hold my breath when I hear somebody read this reading because I want to make sure you do this section of all those names correctly. But let's just start at the beginning, and then when we get there, we'll take our time, okay? So it's a reading from the Acts of the Apostles, and we wait 1, 2, 3 seconds before we start. When the time for Pentecost was fulfilled, okay, so time, it's like everything in God's time. They were all in one place together, all, that's the upper room. And suddenly, but I'm smiling. It's not a scary suddenly because I know it's good news suddenly, right? And suddenly, there came from the sky a noise like a strong driving wind. Wind. Since Genesis, wind has been the Spirit moving across the waters. In Exodus, the wind blowing from the east, making a way in the Red Sea. The wind, like a strong driving wind. Say it. Each word getting its emphasis, and it filled the entire house in which they were. There you go. Speak it slowly so it can be seen in their heads. And then, now my eyebrows are going up, then there appeared to them tongues as of fire, which parted and came to rest on each of them, on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in different tongues as the Spirit enabled them to proclaim. All right? So now here's the people who are confused. Now, there were devout Jews from every nation under heaven staying in Jerusalem. It was one of their feasts. And at this sound, they gathered in a large crowd, but they were confused. All right? But they were confused because each one heard them speaking in his own language. They were astounded. Let your face have some confusion expression on it, right? They were astounded, and in amazement they asked, "Are not all these people who are speaking Galileans? Then how does each of us hear them in his native language?" So do you see it? So how does each of us hear them in our native language? Now here's the list. We are Parthians, par for the course, Parthians, Medes, Elamites, long E, inhabitants of Mesopotamia, you're probably familiar with that word, Judea, of course you are, Cappadocia, have fun with it. Sounds like something from The Godfather. Cappadocia. Then we go over here, Pontus and Asia. All right, this next one, Phrygia. My husband's name is Phil, so I'm used to a PH being an F sound, right? Phrygia, like your refrigerator. Phrygia and Pamphylia. There's the PH again. Pamphylia. Egypt, you know that one. And the districts of Libya near Cyrene, as well as travelers from Rome. All right, so hold on here. We've got Jerusalem over here on the Eastern Mediterranean, and they're talking about all these places, all on the coastlines, all around here, and even visitors from Rome. That boot of Italy is way over there in the Mediterranean, and all of these places, okay? As well as travelers from Rome, both Jews and converts to Judaism, Cretans, that is, those from Crete, the Greek city, and Arabs, those are, so now we're going a different direction. So we went all the way up here to these Turkey and Asia Minor places. Now we did Italy, and then there's Greece, and now Arabs. That's Arabia is in the southern part of the Mediterranean's coast, right? Yet we hear them speaking in our own tongues of the mighty acts of God. So what are they speaking? They're not just speaking, hello, have a nice day. They're speaking of the mighty acts of God. So this is the Holy Spirit let loose, trying to let everybody know God is powerful and with you. Yes, okay. So take your time, practice reading aloud, and just enjoy the amazement that happens in this story. All righty, that's our birthday of the church. God bless.